Hey, you are here! Apologies, I didn't notice. Okay, so if you are here, it's because you want to know which token smart contract you should use to mint your NFTs. And the answer to that question may not be what you are expecting. Actually, if you already checked my other videos in my NFT course, I've been also talking a lot about ERC1155 token standard. So bear with me to see the differences between ERC20, ERC721 and ERC1155. Yes, we are going to talk about the ERC1155 and why maybe you should be using this one and not the ERC721. Okay, so ERC stands for Ethereum Request for Comments. But what are the ERC20, ERC721 and ERC1155? People are building huge multi-billion NFT marketplaces with the help of the Ethereum's ERC721 token standard, or is it the ERC1155? Let's talk about all these token standards and see the differences between them and the use cases. Okay, let's go back to the basics. I'm sure you have already heard many times about ERC20. The first and most widely token standard used and approved by the Ethereum blockchain back in 2017. So this ERC20 has emerged as the technological standard for token implementation. So it was proposed initially in 2015, but it was finally integrated in the Ethereum blockchain in 2017. It lays out the guidelines to all the Ethereum-based tokens that adhere to the ERC20. ERC20 is a fungible token used for multiple use cases. You have, for example, the stablecoins, Tether, USDC, and DAI, or the ICOs, the initial coin offerings. All these utility tokens, most of them are ERC20. They are fungible tokens, which means that one token is exactly the same as the other token. In 2017 and 2018, the issuance of huge amounts of different ERC tokens was used to fundraise projects, right? And do all the ICOs and all the crazy blockchain hype. Until today, the ERC20 standard is still widely used and plays a major role in the blockchain and the Ethereum ecosystem. And not only Ethereum, other blockchains like Tron, Binance Smart Chain, they also used very similar token standards. Then we have the ERC721. Unlike ERC20, ERC721 is specialized for non-fungible tokens. The NFTs hype is often credited to the emergence of ERC721, which is essentially the set of rules for the NFTs. But the ERC721 token standard is used already for many years. To be precise, ERC721 started to be used in late 2017 by two well-known projects, CryptoPunks and CryptoKitties. You can see CryptoPunk here, right? Not here, there. NFTs are unique tokens that cannot be replaced. They have a unique value, unique token ID, and they are part of the same smart contract. So, for example, all the CryptoPunks are issued from one same smart contract. So ERC721 basically introduces a standard for building NFTs on Ethereum. The idea of ERC721 was initially presented by a group of people, including the CTO of the CryptoKitties project, and it was introduced as an Ethereum Improvement Proposal, or EIP, in 2017. Then it was later fully approved in 2018. Just like many other ERCs, ERC721 also provides some functionalities to NFTs. Some of the examples include providing the ability to get the accounts of and the current token balance, to provide a supply for the tokens, and it also helps to make NFT transactions possible from one account to another. You can send NFTs. The ERC1155 provides the unique opportunity for creating marketplaces for artists, gamers, and digital artists, or basically anyone who has something valuable or unique to sell. Then you have finally the ERC1155. In 2019, ERC1155 was first introduced. To sum up, the ERC1155 is the hybrid between ERC20 and ERC71. The limitations of both ERC20 and ERC71 token results in the creation of the ERC1155. ERC20 and ERC71 standards are based on deploying a smart contract separately for every type of collection, right? It's impossible to obtain a token identifier directly, which makes transactions with these tokens difficult. Just imagine a buyer has decided to buy, for example, a set of 5 NFTs from the same collection, and in order to transfer these 5 NFTs, you need to carry out 5 separate transactions. And along with all these transactions, you have all the transaction fees and network fees. And the fact that you need to do this is really straining the Ethereum blockchain, which leads to high gas fees and prolongs transaction times. And also then you have the incompatibility between ERC20 and ERC71 tokens. This is another issue. Since many dApps use both tokens, it becomes very complex because to use ERC20 and ERC71 you need to use like different smart contracts. These are some of the reasons why ERC1155 was introduced. In addition, the ERC1155 allows each token to represent a new token type that is configurable. This can largely reduce the amount of data required to distinguish one token from another. Also allows sending different types of NFTs in one single transaction. So you can use one single transaction to send 5 NFTs instead of making separate transactions for every token. And you could eventually send ERC, you could send fungible and non-fungible tokens together in the same transactions. And these functions ultimately result in reducing the network congestion and largely reduce the gas fees that you have to pay. On the other hand, dApp developers who use ERC1155 can allow its users to register both fungible and non-fungible tokens by using the same smart contract and the same address. This is because fungible tokens are used as a payment currency, right? While non-fungible tokens are used for collectibles and exchange unique items. And therefore is way more efficient to use 1155 in terms of resources. You can send transactions together with fungible and non-fungible tokens. Another significant feature of the ERC1155 is the secure token transfer. This 1155 smart contract includes a function that can help you to verify if the transaction has been carried out or not. And if not, it can help you to revert the transaction and return control of the tokens back to the issuer. This is an extremely helpful feature because mistakes can sometimes happen when you are transferring tokens. When this happens, the transaction can be voided and the issuer can recover the tokens and allow it to verify the address again and make another transaction. Due to its unique utilities, we can foresee that much more projects are taking on the ERC1155 standard. So, what are your thoughts about these 3 ERC token standards? Have you minted any NFTs? And which ERC standard have you used?